What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Welcome back. I'm Sean.
And I'm Jen.
And today, we're going to talk about drama.
Yeah, we are reacting to some wedding planning drama. So I'm a part of a couple wedding planning groups on Facebook, and I surf the Reddit a little bit, you know, especially since we postponed. I've been like, okay, are other people postponing? What are they doing? And I've seen some posts. So I am not putting anyone's name or information at all. You're just going to see the post, or we're going to read it to you. So some of these made me go, I'm sorry, what? And some of these made me go, what? So we're gonna react to these. He hasn't seen any of them, and to be honest, a lot of these were saved like a month and a half ago, and I don't remember any of them. So it's a genuine reaction from me too, but at least it's your reaction, and then we'll discuss it from people planning a wedding to people planning a wedding. Sound good?
I'm excited. You ready?
I'm kind of scared because I remember I saved these because they were good. I just don't remember why they were good. So
if
now
they
I'm
were
scared.
good, or if they were bad, good.
Yeah. All right, you ready? Okay. Just got married yesterday. Such a wonderful, life-altering experience. But how do we handle family that chose not to come or cancel at the last minute? One uncle said he was really sick, but as my husband was getting a haircut that morning, the sick one came in totally fine and unbothered for a haircut at the same place. We paid $10 a plate for every single person, and half didn't even show. Mostly my husband's family who skipped out. I'm hurt for him and want to cut them off, but maybe I just need to chill. Let me start with do not cut off family for $10. Like, don't cut off people unless they really need to be. You cut people off because they're toxic or because they're hurting you. You don't cut them off because they didn't show up to your wedding for reasons. It's a party. I have not shown up to a party many times. This is my reaction. This was fairly recent, I remember now. I have not gone to a party a lot. Sometimes I just don't want to leave the house. Sometimes I get social anxiety and I don't want to be around people. Sometimes I can't figure out what to wear, or I feel totally gross in the thing that I was going to wear, and then I say, you know what? I'm just going to stay home and cry. Things happen. Or like the car doesn't work, or I get that the uncle lied. But you have to ask yourself, why would somebody lie to you about not going to your event when they could have told you the truth that they didn't really want to go? Is it because you're the kind of person that would cut them off for not coming? That may be why. Like, I don't know. What do you think?
I definitely don't think you should cut off family or friends because they didn't come to your wedding or whatever. But, I mean, me personally, if I didn't want to go to something like that, I probably have or would use the excuse, hey, I'm not feeling the greatest today, so I'm not going to come. And I'm sure he wasn't planning on seeing the husband there at the hair salon or at the barbershop. But to me, it's like that person tried to spare your feelings by saying they didn't feel good, not, hey, I don't want to come.
I was fine with her being upset until I kind of want to cut them all off. Yeah. I'm like, that's a little extreme. And then $10 a plate. Any brides out there that are going like, $10 a plate, that's it?
That's what I thought.
I was like, $10 a plate, they cannot show up all day.
But I think she's also
that's a Happy Meal.
She's like super quick to want to cut them off because it's not her family.
Maybe. I don't know. I think that I've seen a lot of people, like people I know in real life, that are pretty quick on the trigger to cut people off. It's not a great first instinct, you know. Repairing relationships and communicating is important, especially when you are joining that family. As someone who was hated by her married family, try to have a good relationship with your, like, the family that you just married into, okay? Like, I've been on the other side of that where they just didn't like me at all. I'm not there. His family loves me so far. Some of them get to meet me next week.
I think they like her more than me.
I think his mom does like me more than him.
She'd be like, hey, what does Jen like? What does Jen want for Christmas? And I'm like...
And then I'm just like, hey, what do you want for Christmas? So when your mom asks me, I can tell her whatever you want.
And she never asks. Thanks, Mom.
Well, if she asks me, I can say the thing that you want. That's what I'm saying. Okay, anyway. So, yeah.
Yeah, don't cut off family for $10 or only cut off people if they're toxic or bad or... because they didn't want to come to your wedding.
I mean, it's just a party. I hate, and this is coming from somebody who is getting married. at the end of the day, it's you celebrating your marriage with this person, and it is a party.
You know what? If you want to stick it to him, don't send him a Christmas card.
Yeah, I think that's valid.
There you go.
That's valid. Don't send him a Christmas card. And don't be one of those people that sends him a bill for $10. Like, don't do that. Unless it was like $150 a plate. That's even extreme to me, but you know. Mm-hmm. Okay, ready? Mm-hmm. Whew, this one's a doozy. SOS, need advice. My future mother-in-law and I do not get along at all. She is overbearing and constantly wants to be in control, even when as far as booking a vacation, knowing since January of 2021 of her son and mine's wedding date. He asked me to ask her to embroider makeup and toiletry bags for bridesmaids and groomsmen. I asked my grandma as well, and she said yes, no hesitation. Our wedding is... I was going to say yesterday. 10/14/2022. She's known for 10 months of our date, but planned a cruise at the end of September to the end of October. She's known our date since January and planned the vacation anyway. I'm at a loss for words. Quite frankly, our wedding would be much more enjoyable without her there, but I want his parents there. That's nice. That's really nice. Mm-hmm. I grew up in a broken family, and that's not how I want to start our family together. His mother is unbearable, and I'm almost to the point of not holding my tongue anymore. Sorry, that was a typo of hers. Any advice? This was his mother's reply regarding embroidery. Will you do the embroidery? Yes, I'll do the embroidery for you as long as I have it in August as we leave September the 27th. But the wedding's in October. Mm-hmm. Okay, what do you think?
So... I hope she enjoys her cruise. Sorry to your fiance that his mom isn't wanting to be at his wedding.
I mean, she's upset, but I want to know how he feels. Mm-hmm. Like, I would be destroyed if, like, my brother or my mom mm-hmm. planned a cruise over my wedding date. Mm-hmm. Like, I would be absolutely destroyed. Mm-hmm. If they had planned the cruise and then I put the wedding during the cruise, like, that's on me. Mm-hmm. But if they knew... and then they planned it anyway. And like, I can't move my wedding. Do you know how hard it is to move a wedding? We just did, and we didn't even have that hard of a time. And it's still hard.
It's one of those things where, yeah, I get it. You know, the places that you probably wanted to go for this month-long cruise are going only at that time. But guess what? It's your kid's wedding. Like,
yeah, that's only going to happen once. That's only, hopefully, ever going to happen once, you know? Like, I don't know what I would do. I have no idea what I would do. Although weddings in my family are not that important. Graduations were like the thing that was like super important. Weddings and birthday parties weren't always the most important thing. But I mean, me and my brother and my mom, we only have each other. So it's like if one of them was like not there, I'd kind of freak out. But she knew, and then she planned it, didn't ask, didn't tell, she just did it. Like, I'm very confused.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry to your fiance that his mother would rather go on a cruise than be at his wedding.
That would destroy me. Absolutely. Oh gosh. All right, next one. I'm sorry to whoever wrote that. Help. So back in 2015, I got engaged to my high school sweetheart. Luckily, we broke up 3 months before the wedding. I never wore the dress. I was going to get a new one for my wedding with my future husband. Here's the thing. We were best friends prior to getting together, so he knows about the dress. He never saw it, though. Well, my mom sent me the pics from when I bought it, and I'm just as in love with it as the day I tried it on. Can I still wear it, even though I purchased it for marrying someone else? I'm getting it from my grandmother's house this weekend to see if it still fits. She didn't wear it, though. Mm-hmm.
It's not like she got married in it and then did it.
That's a tough one because, like, I actually asked, I was like, can I just, like, repurpose my old wedding dress instead of buying a new one? And he was like, but you wore it for your other wedding. That's weird. And we never considered what if I hadn't worn it. Mm-hmm. She bought the dress because it was the dress that she loved. Honestly, I'm going to say this. When a bride purchases a dress, it has this much to do with the groom. It is all about how beautiful they feel in it and what they've always dreamed of looking like on this day that girls dream about their whole lives. Mm-hmm. It has nothing to do with you. Absolutely nothing. Mm-hmm. As evidenced by the fact that I chose a dress you didn't like. So
you're not going to let me live that
never,
one down.
Ever. We're walking down the aisle like, see this? You didn't like this. Like step, touch. You didn't like this dress. But,
She's like, don't tell me I'm beautiful.
she didn't wear it.
Yeah.
If she wore it already and there was already in pictures, I would say no. But, and I think the comments, I remember reading the comments of this one, a lot of people agreed with me. Like, you didn't wear it yet. It's fine. He knows if he's okay with it. I think that's the most important thing. Don't ask strangers. Ask him.
That
like,
would be
is it okay if I wear this dress?
My big thing is, if I was in his shoes, if she didn't wear it for the previous wedding, then I would be okay with it. But I would much rather her ask me if it's okay than a couple years down the line find out that
It wasn't?
yeah. And then I'd be
Yeah.
like, why'd you lie about it? You
Yeah.
know? It, to me, it's more of a, hey, I got a question for you. I love this dress. Do you mind if I wear it? And in my head, I'd be like, she already paid for it.
But not all grooms are that cool about it. So I think she should ask him and get his opinion. That's a tough one. But if you already fell in love with the dress, that's the dress. I know. I have the dress. Every other dress I look at and try on, I can't. I just, it doesn't compare.
This lady is probably giving herself like super anxiety over this because she's probably like wondering like, how do I talk to him? How do I ask him?
That's a lot.
When literally if she was like, hey, what if I wore the dress that I wanted to wear before since I love it?
He may say no. That's a tough one. And if he does, she'll have to find a dress that maybe is almost as good, or maybe repurpose that dress. Maybe find a way to like make it different or something. I don't know. But communication. Yeah. So that's my answer to pretty much every problem. Communication.
Or if it was in 2015, more than likely there's no photos of the previous dress in you.
Too?
You could always just say, look, I bought one.
Well, I mean, there's photos attached, pics of the dress.
Well, then.
All right. Another one?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying so hard not to be frustrated. One of my bridesmaids is telling me that they might not get to go on our Nashville trip. At first, I thought it was because we were affected by Hurricane Ida here in Louisiana. I had extra money aside and have offered to pay her way. She then says that she's been going through so much this year and she doesn't know if she can mentally handle it. She's been saying for months she just wants a trip away. My other 3 girls are flying down from up north and we're all supposed to leave together. I'm just so hurt. I'm trying so hard not to be, but we've all gone through a lot. One of my girls is even going through a divorce and moving out of state, and I thought this 4-day trip is needed for us all. I have very controversial opinions on this. Why would you be hurt? It's a party. It's a trip. I don't know where the expectation came from that bridesmaids have to be a part of everything, you know? Even if you offered to pay her way, maybe she can't deal with taking a few days off of work because she needs the routine because of what she's been going through. I forget what she was going... Did she say she was... Okay, if she says she can't mentally handle it, you accept that. That's your friend.
Yeah.
You don't get mad about that. Like... I can't mentally handle going to the mall right now. If anyone knows this channel, you know what I'm going through lately. I can't mentally handle going through the mall. Just because other people are like, but it's just the mall. Like, I'll buy you whatever you wanted to get there. I'm like, no, seriously, I can't mentally handle going to the mall right now.
A lot of times it has nothing to do with finances, and that was really sweet of you offering to pay.
That's so sweet, but that's not the whole story.
It could be that, or it also could be that her job won't allow her to take time off.
There's that too. And maybe she's like not trying to blame her job because then you'll get mad at her job and like try to convince her to quit and she doesn't want to. There could be a million reasons. But the thing is, a bachelorette party, especially one that's like 4 days out of town, that's not required. At least I don't think it should be. I know for some brides, those things are required and you tell your bridesmaids up front, always tell your bridesmaids up front what you are requiring in order to be a bridesmaid so they have a chance to say yes or no. I was very clear with our bridal party when we just gave them their
welcome
gifts? No, the proposal boxes,
the
proposal bags. Swags bags. I don't know what I'm talking about. We just gave them those, and I was very clear about the expectations. I outlined them again, and everyone was cool with it. You know, my expectations were I have none. So
we expect to be carried around on chairs.
Yes,
on like
actually,
those golden poles with the
I was
chairs.
Gonna say, but we want to do the chair thing.
I'm gonna get dropped.
Look, if it's Jewish tradition for you to get dropped on your face, let it happen.
No, my friends would be like 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I think your brothers will toss you across the room.
Ray would try to,
but it's fine. No, I don't. think that there should be an expectation that your bridesmaids should be like absolutely at everything or else, you know, have a little compassion, have a little flexibility. Yes, it's your event and all of this is to celebrate you, but they're your friends and your friendship should last longer than the wedding. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Be there for your friends, even if it means just by not being mad about it. Everyone has things that they're going through. And she's like, we've all been through things, but we can't equate what we've been through to what other people have been through, you know? Like, I'm going through stuff right now, but it is not nearly as traumatic as the things you went through when you were a kid. And I can't compare it. Well, what? We're all going through stuff. And you're like...
Everyone has their own story.
Yeah.
Everyone has their own life and their own ways of dealing with things. And sometimes something as simple as... You know, like let's take paper cuts, for instance. Some people, it's like the end of the world. And then some people, it's like, ow. Everybody has
Strange
different...
analogy.
It's the first thing I could think of.
Okay. Is it because you have a paper cut that you put Lysol in earlier by mistake?
I found the paper cut fighter.
Yeah, you picked up a Lysol wipe and was like...
But no, everybody handles everything differently.
Yeah.
And you can't assume that everyone handles it the same way you do.
Yeah. And again, like, at least she'll be there for your wedding. At least she didn't opt to go out of the wedding. She's missing a party. Like, if anything, that sucks for her. She gets to miss one of the funnest things. But if she's not mentally able to handle traveling, like honestly, thinking about packing your stuff, getting in the car, going on an airplane, like for some people, especially during a pandemic, that can be scary. I'm kind of scared to go to Ohio, but you know, I'm going. It's fine. I'll get on the plane. He'll force me. It's fine. But you know what I mean. So, one more?
Yeah, one more.
One more. Okay. Ooh, it's a long one. I'm really stressing out. We've been engaged just a few weeks now and originally set a date of April 8th, 2023 to get married. But my fiance and I have decided logistically, because of insurance, school, bills, and general life stuff, it just makes sense for us to get married sooner rather than later. So we're planning for an early November with just a small ceremony with family and then dinner after. Then we're going to take a 3-day mini moon. We're telling as few people as possible and then still doing a big reception in 2023. Well, he told his older sister, who's getting married next fall, what our plans were, and she made him feel really bad about it. Like we were trying to steal some sort of spotlight from her, which 100% never even crossed my mind since her wedding is next fall, and we're not even planning on telling anyone except immediate family. I hate that I'm so frustrated by this, but he has lived in her shadow for so long. He just wants to do something for him. That'll be better for us. And it's kind of been made to feel like he has to wait because she's older and was engaged first. I'm not sure what to do. I also don't want his family to hate us for doing this, but I love this man more than I love myself. I want him to be happy and secure in this decision. How do I handle this?
That was a lot.
I flip a table. That's how I handle. Oh my goodness. Like, so they're getting married this November, but she's getting married next fall, and she's mad that he's getting married before her because she's older. Well, shoot, my brother must be really angry at me.
Well, maybe she should have tried harder.
Well, that's not how this works.
I know, but I mean, if she wants to play these little kid games, then you have to.
That is kind of a little kid game.
Then you have to react the exact same way. I guess maybe you should have gotten married first, huh?
Oh, that hurts though. When you say stuff like that,
Yeah,
hurts.
but
That's
you know
not
what
how
I
this
mean?
works.
Yeah,
Meeting
but
like
I
the love
agree.
of your life doesn't work by trying harder.
No, but that's what I'm saying is like you can't be mad that. Who cares that somebody's getting married before you? The fact is at least they didn't say we're gonna get married next November, the month after yours.
Or the same month or the same day.
Yeah.
Like that's problematic. But here's my problem: if you have a sibling that can't handle a happy thing happening to you because somehow it negatively affects a happy thing happening to them, you need to have a serious I was going to say discussion, but maybe a counseling session with that sibling because the rivalry and competitiveness, competition, isn't healthy. Like, Lord, if my brother said, hey, so I'm getting married next October, but it's like 2 weeks before your wedding, I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so happy for you. Like, that's my brother.
Yeah.
I want to be excited for him. Like if your sibling, if your family, if your friend, if your neighbor is getting married or having a beautiful thing happening in their life, could you not?
Right.
Can you just be happy for them?
Yeah.
I found out one of my friends on our original wedding date. Now that we've postponed, it's different. But one of my friends, we used to work together. We had the same wedding date. Like, exact same wedding date. And I was like, oh my gosh, we're a wedding date twinsies. And I wasn't upset at all. Why would I be upset? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
One of my rhythm theory dancers, Chloe, let's all congratulate her, by the way, in the comments. Chloe is engaged. And she got engaged. She didn't plan on getting engaged. Her fiance did, you know, like, and so now she's engaged, and she was just like, oh, we're getting married at the same time. Is that weird? And I'm like, no, I'm happy. I'm so happy. Now we're brides together. Be happy for your friends. Be happy for your family. I don't understand why this sister has to be so uptight about her brother having a tiny, tiny wedding that they're not even telling people about.
Yeah. And it's more for a financial and
right.
physical.
For some
and
people, it makes sense financially to get married like early. We may even have the need to get married before we're supposed to get married. We are not sure yet, but we'll find out.
Yeah. But like, to me,
because of bills, not because of anything you might be thinking.
In my situation, like, if my like, I have a 24-year-old sister and a 23-year-old brother. If one of them was like, hey, I'm getting married in the next couple months, I'd be so super excited for them. I'd be like, can I come?
But we're also weird, and we're the type of people that want people to get engaged at our wedding. We're like, do we have any friends that we could do that cute proposal thing at our wedding with?
Yeah, but like, to me, I couldn't imagine being that older brother like, how dare you? No.
I couldn't imagine. I'm the younger sister, and my brother has never made me feel terrible for getting married before he did, you know, like, ever. He's just happy for me. He's happy that I've met you and that you're part of the family, and he has a brother now. You're his little brother, and that's why he can give you so much crap. It's great.
But no, I don't feel like the person's being fair to you or your fiance.
Not at all.
And
this isn't okay. And I love that you care so much about how your fiance feels about it, and that you're kind of like, you don't want it. Like, I love that. I'm not sure what to do. I don't want his family to hate us for doing it, but we want to do this. And so you're very concerned about how the family feels, which is beautiful. Always try to keep such a good relationship with the family that you're marrying into, like I said earlier. But at some point, I think a counseling session is in order between these two siblings, because this isn't healthy.
Or I guarantee they've either got an aunt or a grandma that if you tell, they will raise all kinds of noise.
Ooh, that too.
Like,
I don't.
Grandma,
but...
can you believe this? She did what?
Do you have an aunt that would raise that?
Aunt Heidi.
I was like, is it Heidi? Oh no, it might be Cindy.
My Aunt Heidi would raise all kinds of noise if there was...
Cindy would be funnier about it.
Aunt Cindy would just talk trash to...
I know, that's why she'd be funnier about it. Heidi would be serious about it. Heidi would be like,
Heidi would
you
be
did
like,
not.
We said 17 bottles of Diet Sunkist. There are 16 in a 6-pack.
What?
That would be her. She's like, that's what we clarified.
Gosh.
You know what I mean? That's...
Well, okay, your cousin, little Antonio, is he seeing somebody?
I think so.
What if they got engaged and they were getting married the same month? Would you be upset?
No. I mean, if they decided to make it the same month, I'd be like, guys, we already had our set kind of thing.
But we don't have it set.
I know, but
right now,
at least
and
month.
we didn't put out invitations or anything. But even if it was the same month, what's the difference? Where would he be getting married? South Florida or Orlando?
Probably.
What's the difference? We go to his, he goes to ours. Like,
I
don't see a difference.
Yeah, I guess my thing is that I think it's unfair of the older sibling to be upset about that, especially 11 months out.
Right.
It'd be one thing if you were within 1 or 2 months. I'd be like, all right, they could be like, hey, come on now.
Yeah.
You know, but...
So anyway, I hope that these haven't scared you guys. They scared me. I feel very grateful to have the people in my life that I do. I'm sorry for these people that are going through this stress and these struggles. Some of y'all need to calm down. Like, don't cut off your family over a $10 plate of dinner. Also, please tell me who's catering your wedding, because I need to know where you're getting $10 a plate catering. Because we're having the family make pasta because I can only afford $10 a plate. So hit me up with where that catering's coming from. In a future reaction video, I actually wanted to react to some budgets and like wedding costs with you. So if you'd like to see us react to some budgets and wedding costs and what you get for all that, write that down in the comments. Let us know if you want us to react to that. And if you like these reaction videos, let us know. We're trying to figure out different content to give you guys. I've had a lot of fun and I'm a little like stressed out now, especially since we have a meeting about WasabiCon and all of the perils that are going on with that. So
But it's really cool. I hope these people, I hope it gets all worked out for them.
Yeah.
You know, don't cut off your family for $10. Only cut off
Don't do
people
that.
that are toxic or bad for you.
Yes,
I
and
guess it'd be the same
be
thing, but-
gracious and think about the relationship that you want to have for a lifetime with the family that you're marrying into. And one day is important, but it is not more important than the relationship that you'll have for a lifetime. That's the best piece of advice that I can give. As someone who's been married before and has had a negative relationship with the family I'm married into, that relationship lasts forever. The wedding lasts one day. So lots of things last forever. Your relationship with your bridesmaids lasts forever. The time leading up to the wedding lasts a year. But the relationship, the friendship will last forever. Be kind, be gracious, be empathetic, be understanding.
Be happy.
Yeah, be happy. You're getting married. It's a huge, beautiful thing. And if people want to celebrate or are able to celebrate with you, fantastic. If they're not, it's okay. It's absolutely okay.
Like, we have some stuff that we want to do with our wedding party, but we know there's going to be some of them that can't
Some of
make
them
the
can't
trip.
travel up to Ohio. So we're crazy and we're doing it in both places. We're like, okay, we'll do a Disney day down here and then we'll do a Cedar Point up there. That way everybody gets to be a part of it. Even if you can't make it to the actual wedding, you'll still get to do the pre-wedding stuff because I want everyone to feel included. And again, the friendships last forever. So I'm not going to go, oh, well, you can't go to Ohio, so now you can't be in the bridal party. That's rude. I mean, I get it. I understand the logistics. They can't be in the bridal party because they won't be there on the day of the wedding. But they can still help with the pre-stuff. They can help DIY. They can be part of the shower.
They're like the long distance bridal
Yeah.
party.
And they'll probably zoom in. Maybe they can handle the Zoom connection. Maybe
That'd be
they
nice.
can handle like moderating the chat
Letting
and
us
stuff.
know if like something's wrong.
Oh my gosh, we just found something for them to do. They can moderate the chat.
Let us know if someone sits in front of the camera.
That's perfect.
We've seen that.
I love that. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us today. Let us know if you want to do more of these reaction videos. And yeah.
It's been fun.
Don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe. We're doing a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers and we're not even close. So help us out. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button.
If you enjoy these kind of stories and these kind of videos, and if you just enjoy just all out craziness between families, hit that
Yikes.
thumbs up button.
But yeah.
Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. It's always a pleasure. I'm Sean.
And I'm Jen.
And we're out of here. Bye.